And sources telling your channel that the government is likely to accept most of the clauses moved by the Congress as far as the land bill is concerned. The government is moving to take back amendments in the 2013 bill. Abhishek joins us with the details. Yes, Abhishek. We'll try and connect with Abhishek in just a bit. Meanwhile, sources are telling your channel that the government is likely to accept most of the clauses moved by the Congress. The biggest issues with the Congress party was with the consent clause and also removal of the socio-economic impact clause. Abhishek now joins us with more. Yes, Abhishek.
Well, what we are hearing is that the government has almost accepted it as a fait accompli that the opposition is essentially going to filibuster this land bill, and that is why almost all of the demands that were put to the select committee by the entire opposition have been accepted. That's what we are hearing. Actually, the government view now is that let the opposition get its way, and once in the respective state government the projects get stalled because the present law land bill in the 2013 avatar is not going to get land for the projects. At that given point of time, the states where the NDA is in power, where the BJP is in power, because those states would be allowed to tweak the land law according to their needs, those states would have a definite advantage in terms of infrastructure development, industrial development, and then maybe the People's Court would decide. So this is the view that the government has finally taken, and so...
But here's the thing, Abhishek, with this move, the government is also now putting the onus on the Congress party and the opposition to allow the House to function. Because now the passage of the land bill and also GST should not be blocked. Will we see business being transacted tomorrow?
Well, yes, absolutely. It's a kind of a deft move that the government has made in trying to take air out of opposition charge so far as the land bill is concerned. Of course, as I said, it's a tactical move also in the sense that once it becomes law and the states where the Congress is in power, if they go by this model law of the Congress party of 2013, they would have a lot of difficulties in having projects to take off from the ground, be it infrastructure. In fact, if you go by the demands that have been made by the opposition members of the select committee, even projects related to defense and infrastructure might have to submit themselves to the consent clause. And so it's going to be very difficult if the 80% consent clause is implemented. And so the government believes that if those states where the BJP is in power kind of tweaks the law in a manner that these projects can really take off, if the consent clause is diluted there in those states and the projects really go up and running, those states would have definitive advantage when it comes to development, and that would
leaning on the philosophy of cooperative federalism and saying that what the federal structure, how the federal structure responds to the land bill if the government does give in to the clauses moved by the Congress party. Is this a masterstroke by the government? One has to wait and watch whether or not the Congress will now be forced to come back on to debate and discuss on the floor of the House. That's another aspect. More news coming in, Abhishek. Thank you for your inputs.